You gotta get into the groove.
Hey everybody, welcome another week, another session of our GLUs, I should say, Groove Leaders Unite sessions, and my one is particularly on e-commerce. And so I'll do these weekly sessions every Thursday here in New Zealand. It's Thursday. Over in the States, it'll be a Wednesday evening, I think. But I do these every week, and I just want to say hello to everyone that might be in the chat there. At the moment, we've just got Tyra, but I'm sure there'll be others that'll be joining us through the process. If you're joining us live, put a hashtag live, and if you're joining us as a replay, put a hashtag replay in the comments. Now, I just want to do an audio check just to make sure that you guys can hear me. So if you can hear me, just please put a 1 in the comment box, please. That'll be great, and then I can actually know that you guys can hear me. Hi Nancy, how are you going? Nancy says hashtag live. So yeah, guys, if you can just put a 1 into the chat, then definitely know if you guys are hearing me. Awesome. And is it loud and clear? Just say yes or no. If it's not so loud or if it's not so clear, just put a no. But if it is clear and loud, that's great. Just say yes. I just want to make sure, because I've just had problems with my mic, and I just want to make sure that that you guys can actually hear me properly. All right. As I'm waiting for more comments, if you can hear this, I am just going to sort of go over what we're going to be going through today, and it is ZAZZLE. I actually went over this kind of quickly in my e-commerce workshop that I do once a month. That's a free workshop, and it goes for about 6 hours. And of course, we have a bit of a break in between. Yeah, so we just finished ours on Tuesday, just gone. And that was it was a great workshop. We had a few people in there, which was really cool. And I went over a few platforms, and one of them was actually ZAZZLE. Awesome. Thanks for that, Tyler, for letting me know. Great. So one of them is ZAZZLE, ZAZZLE.com, and that's what we're going to be going over today. And in fact, every now and then I will be going over some other platforms. Now, I know that people within the community probably have the Groove Cart, and they want to know more about Groove Cart as well. And we will also be, primarily that's what this will all come down to, is actually Groove Cart anyway. Even though you might be able to sell on other platforms where there are traffic, like people traffic, if you like, and where there are traffic on there, you can still lead people back to your website as well. So that's recommended, because at the end of the day, these platforms are kind of like, I would say, they can do the POD, which is the print on demand products, but you can also sell on their platform, and generally they take a fee. So we want to try and get to sell on your own e-commerce site rather than just selling on their site. So you can actually get more profit, and that's what it's all about. So that's kind of what we're talking about. ZAZZLE is really, these platforms are really just about getting some traction. And there are some that come onto my trainees that don't quite have their website or their Groove Cart site up and running just yet. But and they may have created some designs and stuff that for some reason they can't, they haven't got their site up and running, and so they're kind of waiting for that to happen. But like in the meantime, and I actually mentioned this in our workshop the other day, that don't wait for your website to be up and running before you can start selling something. Use these platforms that that I'm going to go through, and particularly ZAZZLE. Use these platforms to actually get start selling your designs on whether it be t-shirts or mugs or cushion covers or things like that. That's and you can get some traction in the meantime. But at the same time, you're also creating some awareness out there with people that may not know that that you've got a great t-shirt design or what have you. You can actually get some traction and get some awareness on these other platforms, because there's a lot of people that go on there. There's a lot of people that sell on there, but there's also a lot of people that that buy off there as well. So keep that in mind when you're doing this sort of stuff. So e-commerce is not just about having solely relying on just your website, because there's a lot of work that can go in behind one, creating the website, but also to optimizing it. And if you're not too sure what optimizing is, or SEO optimization, or SEO search engine optimization, then what it is actually you have to get your website rated with Google. Google needs to know that your website is the type of website that they want to serve up to their customers. And their customers will be like your it's just your everyday sort of person. It's not like we're all customers of Google, because when we do our searches, we're all searching on Google, most of us anyway. And so we are Google's customers, and they want to make sure that your website actually fulfills the expectation of the researcher or the searcher that's looking for maybe a custom design shirt. So all that sort of thing is taken into consideration when you're building a website or you're doing an e-commerce site. You need to actually understand that once you do a website, it's not simply just put it up and it's immediately going to get business. It doesn't work that way. And you're kind of like, you're in a whole pool of people who are selling, like probably millions of people that are actually selling online now since COVID. So since things sort of came back to normal. So you are competing, amongst a lot of other sellers, and there are some really expert sellers who are really good at this, and there are some not so expert people who are just beginning, and sometimes they fall the wayside because their website's not getting any traction, or no one's really buying off their website, and a lot of it comes down to being found, and that's where search engine optimization is. You need to really look at that when you're actually building a website. You could use social media if you want to, and just do a whole lot of posts on social media and trying to get some traction. But at the end of the day, you are missing out on a huge amount of potential buyers if your site is not SEO optimized. So those are the sorts of things you got to think about. And so with that, having been on platforms such as ZAZZLE and a few others that I will go over in the weeks to come, you will get that, you will get that sort of start you need, is pretty much what it comes down to. All right, so we've got Dr. Lisa in the house. Hey, Dr. Lisa. In fact, Dr. Lisa's she's got her she hasn't got a website up. She's actually working on that, but she has got products up on a platform that she sells her products from, and she's been doing very well. I don't think she's been on it that long. I think it may be months of that, could be a little bit longer. But she's kicked off the whole journey, so that's really, really cool. So we have Tyra says, yeah, greetings, Peter. I can hear you clearly. Dr. Lisa, I can't wait to try ZAZZLE. I know you can't wait. It's a pretty exciting site, actually. I really like it. But that's not to say that there's others out there that can be just as good as well. So, you want to when you want to sort of give them all a go and then decide which ones actually, you find easier to use, or you find that fits, how you do things. So Dr. Lisa says, excellent perspective, Tyra. Greetings from Dr. Lisa and greetings to Peter. Thank you, Tyra. Thank you for being here as always, for your support, Tyra's support, as well as Nancy. Right. Let's get down to it. ZAZZLE.com. So I'm just going to share my screen with you. And let's go there now. And hopefully you can all see that. Just give us a 1 if you can. That'll be cool. If you can't, give me a 2. But I think you should be able to see that. So this is ZAZZLE.com. See if we've got the comments here. ZAZZLE.com. Now, this is a print-on-demand platform. All right, so print-on-demand, for those who are not too sure what print-on-demand is, and it's POD for short, so POD for short. Print-on-demand is exactly what it says. It's they print your designs, your custom designs, onto their t-shirts, track pants, cups, pillowcases, dog beds, all that sort of thing. They print it on any particular apparel or accessory that they have on their store, and they put your designs on there, and then you can either upload them to your store, like connect it with your store and have these designs promoted on your own website, or there are platforms like this one here. You can do both. You can actually have it on here as well. You can have a store on ZAZZLE, and so it gives you kind of two places where you are actually selling from, and like I said before, using a platform like this, you can get your designs up quickly onto their products while you're working on your website. All right, so you don't have to keep waiting to build your website to sell. Okay, cool. Everybody can see that. Dr. Lisa says, I uploaded my first design on the 5th of the 16th. So in New Zealand, we're kind of sort of the other way around. So we have the date first and then the month. So I was trying to figure out what that means. So 5th of 16th. So 16th of May is when she put her first design up. And so that wasn't that far away, actually. Yeah, it's just under a month. Wow, pretty cool. And she's had some pretty good sales in the last few weeks. I've actually bought some items from her as well, off her store, and it was sent from the US and came all the way to New Zealand. Didn't take long at all. I mentioned in a testimonial that I did for her that it only took about 12 days. 12 days to come from the States and get to New Zealand. So that was really cool. And this is the great thing about, print on demand, is that they're nice and light to actually ship. Print on demand, you don't get any breakages. And there's very rare cases will someone want to return anything. Generally, you want to make sure that you have a disclaimer on your own store. I'm not too sure about what happens on these platforms, but on your own store, you want to have a disclaimer. Please choose your sizes and your colors carefully before buying, because there are no refunds. And the reasoning behind that is because it's not like we can put it back on the shelf and sell the same t-shirt again. It doesn't happen that way. I mean, you can do that in a brick and mortar store, but you just can't do that on an online store. All right, because for one, the product's actually not at your, where you're located. The products are actually from the vendor. So you just keep that in mind. That's a disclaimer that you should actually have on your own website when you're selling directly from your website. But these platforms may have other policies, return policies, and things like that you need to actually read. And when you are dealing with platforms like this, make sure you do read their terms and conditions, their shipping policy, as well as their refund policy. All right, those are very, very important, because you need to know that. So you don't want a surprise later on that you might be up for paying some fees because someone shipped back an item that they didn't want, and you don't want any surprises. So make sure you read the policies properly before you start putting products up. That's probably my biggest advice at this point when it comes to these other platforms. Right, so now we're on ZAZZLE, and I actually have a store all set up on ZAZZLE, but I now I'll probably just go through a process. I'm going to create a different account. Oh, hang on. Yeah, just so that you know the process of actually going through ZAZZLE. So I am going to log out of that one, actually. Log out of this one. And I'm just going to create another account. All right, so okay, and it gives me a sign-in option. Let me just see. All right, what's here? Sell on ZAZZLE. We'll just go on it. Sell on ZAZZLE. There you go. Wants me to sign in still. I want to sign up. That's what I want. Create an account. Create or sign an account. I'm just going to use a different email address. Let's go here. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. There we go. Just wondering, if you can let me know, can you hear any background noise? Because I have got a noise canceller on my mic, so I just want to make sure that you can't hear any background noise. You can only hear me. So please just let me know in the comments if you can. That'll be great. Awesome. Thank you, Dr. Lisa. Okay, I'm just going to continue. And what am I put in there? Let me just see. Okay, paste. Oh, we'll just use this one here. No, we won't use it. Okay, so I'm just going to create a new account. I'm going to switch that off. Create a new account. Great. Okay, you can fill all this out. I'm not going to do that. So this is a new store. This is what you see when you first come in. To open ZAZZLE, I need to validate my my email address. So let's go ahead and do that. And I'll wait for the email to come in. And while I'm waiting for that, so the process is really simple actually with ZAZZLE. I actually kind of like there's a few platforms that I'm actually on. I find this one quite simple to use, and it's a user-friendly, if you like. I'm still waiting for this email, so this verification email. But this is the dashboard. This is what you see when you first come in, and here we go. I've got it. I think. I'm not absolutely sure. Come on, let's go. Just out of curiosity, thanks, Tyler. Thanks, no background noise. Thanks, Nancy. Just out of curiosity, who is on a platform at the moment? I know Dr. Lisa is, but who's on like a platform similar to this at the moment? It could be say Redbubble, it could be Teespring. I know Dr. Lisa's on TeePublic. There's a few. So just let me know and put it in the comments. Let me know if you are on one, and if so, just put the name of the platform in the comments. The reason why I asked, there might be other platforms out there that I haven't actually explored yet, and probably people that are actually in this chat may not have explored yet as well. So just add it into the comments, and I'm just waiting for this verification email. Hopefully I'm going to get this soon. It's taken a wee bit of time. It's quite slow at the moment. But yes, so once you've done that, once we get that email, we verify, and then we can start creating our store, because you can actually have a store on this, right? So as I mentioned before, as you can see here, it's got a sell icon there. So when we've been verified, actually, let's just give it a go, see if I can carry on without the verification at this stage, because that has taken a wee while. I'm going to go here. What's it? Check your, okay. We have sent, if you don't, please check your junk mail. Okay, I'm just going to check my junk mail. I purposely don't prepare these things only because I want to walk it through in real time. I want you guys to actually get a real sort of inclination or even an insight as to when you're actually, when you're creating a store on one of these platforms, or you're creating stuff on there for your products and things like that. So I just want you guys to get, sort of get to see it in real time, basically. All right, still looking. All right, I am going to actually see if I can just carry on. So I'm going to go sell, start selling today. Now, we're going to go on here, sell on ZAZZLE. They really do need to actually verify my email address, so I'm just going to close down my Outlook and reopen it again. All right, so just in the comments there that I see, just a sec. I see, what's Dr. Lisa say? I've heard of Cafe Press. Yeah, I think I actually went over that the other day. Society 6, yes, I think I have heard about that, but I haven't tried it out, and many others. And Dr. Lisa, I am also planning to apply for Amazon merch. All right. Okay, so I am actually on, it's called Merch by Amazon. I'm actually on there. I used to be a seller, an active seller on Amazon years ago, and I'm still got a profile up there as a seller, but I haven't put any products up since probably, I don't know, since maybe 2019, 2020. Actually, it was because of it was because of COVID. I had COVID, and then I actually stopped selling on there. Everybody pretty much did anyway. So I stopped selling on there. A lot of things actually became, we weren't allowed to sell masks, anything that was related to a mask, like even a snorkel and goggles. We weren't allowed to sell those because, Google wouldn't let you. Because as far as they were concerned, that you were capitalizing on the misfortune of others. So anything that represented a mask, even a scarf, it was crazy. You couldn't sell any of those. And then when supplies started to sort of become scarce in terms of masks and that, it just seems like they changed their mind. So, it's kind of like Google dictated a lot back in those days if you were actually a seller or anywhere. So, I mean, it didn't matter if you're on Amazon, even in Google Shopping, you couldn't have anything that represented that. It didn't matter what platform you're on. you just weren't going to get ranked for it, so they weren't even going to allow you to sell anything off your website that actually represented a mask or a or gloves, even like dishwashing gloves. They wouldn't even let you sell those either. So it was crazy. So, you know, I kind of went off Amazon. I did actually sign up for the merch by Amazon. I was very interested, but like everything else, Amazon doesn't want to miss a thing. They want to jump on the bandwagon, and they want to do it better than anybody else. And they want to make Amazon the only platform that people will use to sell stuff on. And so they finally got into this whole print on demand business, and that's what they do now. So they do print on demand as well. All right, so so one of the things is that I'm still waiting for the email. Hopefully I'll get that shortly, but I don't see it. That's crazy. Not sure why that's happening. I'll just check again in my spam. Yeah. Well, I haven't received anything just yet. Yes, so, okay, we've got here. Tyler says there are so many platforms. I asked various AI platforms for some print on demand vendors. I received several. Maybe double check how you spelled your email address. Good question. Good. Let me just have a quick look. Profile. Trying to find, where can I find that? Okay, change email. No, that's correct. Yeah, that is correct. That email address is correct. So no problem there. Let me just go back. I've just refreshed it again. All right. Okay. I don't think I'm going to have much fun with this. It's not going to actually. It'll probably take too long. I'm probably not going to muck around too much with that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over to my existing account. Now, pretty much you go through a process. You go to sell on Amazon. Sell on ZAZZLE, and then you'll go through some steps. Now, I'm going to log out of here because I want to go into my account. I can do more there. And let's just sign in. Okay. Awesome. I'm in. All right. So I'm going to sell. I already have a store. So my store here, I think you can do, I'm not sure, but I think you can do multiple stores. Let's just try this here. I mean, it had stores, my stores. So I mean, that inclines sort of like it kind of sort of implies that you can have multiple stores. So I'm kind of thinking that's what that is. But create your own. All right. Anyway, look, I've got a store. This is it here. Okay, it's called Mad Dog Styles. Now, what I'm going to do is actually, rather than show this store just yet, I'm going to actually start create a product. Okay, so that I can walk you through that at least. I'm not able to sort of walk you through the whole setup process by the looks of it at this stage, but I walk you through what sort of products you can create. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here, create, and you've got all these sort of examples: trending invitation templates, birthday templates, illustrations, backgrounds. And this is kind of what we want to do is we want to start creating on blank products like t-shirts, cups, and cushions and stuff like that. So we could either click on view or we can just go up to here and go design now. There is a link So how to use the design tool. Okay, but today I don't need to go through that link. I'll just show you how you can do it. As you can see, it's kind of got like a Canva look if you use Canva, so it's got kind of a Canva look, which is pretty cool. So I think they've gone down that track to make it seem more familiar. So because there's a lot of people that use Canva, right? So they're trying to make it look a little bit similar to make it more familiar, because it's easier for people to adjust to. Because if they use Canva, then they won't. They'll look at this and they go, "Wow, this is cool. I can use this. I can. It's user friendly." That's what they're after. All right, so now on the side here, you've got uploads, just like Canva. You've got text, elements, icons, backgrounds, products, right? So you've got products as well. So what I'm going to do is I am going to just, I'm going to upload a design. Now, I've actually did this in the, well, I actually didn't quite show it in the workshop, but you can actually create your own designs, and you can use something like ChatGPT if you like. You can do that. And maybe I just want to, create a design for a T-shirt, say for the 4th of July coming up, or or Father's Day. So I'm just going to put in here, create a really cool design that resonates. I don't know how. I'm shocking this, but resonates with people who are wanting something that depicts Father's Day. Okay, simple, just nice, quick, sort of easy prompt. It's going to create an image. Hopefully, first time around, there's nothing we need to do with it. We don't have to edit it or anything. So hopefully that happens, and we could use it. But I like this. That is really cool. However, that there on a T-shirt as a square, it won't look that great. So what am I just say in here? Please make it transparent, and we'll see what happens. Oh, sorry. Here we go. There we go. I just saw that. Yeah, there's my screen. Thanks, Dr. Lisa, for letting me know. So this is the design. It may not look great on a T-shirt because of the square. So I've asked it to be transparent. Okay. Here are the designs with it. There's no designs with transparency on them. Where? Okay. Let's try that again. Transparent. All right, here we go. You can see how it's running through some coding here. So it's actually running through some coding and everything else to actually try and make my image transparent. Still going, by the way, because you can see that's still a square. Here we go. All right. You're probably not going to see this, but I'll just have a look first to see if it's all good. All right, so that really wasn't transparent. Okay, so we may be able to do this in Canva. So what I'm going to do, I've downloaded the 2 images. I'm doing that now. Okay, so these are the 2 images, and I'm going to try and make them transparent. Look at the spelling. The spelling's pretty good, right? I mean, it hasn't done any typos here. This is really cool. Generally, with some AIs, and especially sort of like not so long ago, there would be some typo typos and the text and things like that. It wasn't very good. AI wasn't very good at actually spelling. And now it's just getting better and better and better. It still has its odd little moments, but this, it's actually getting a lot better now these days. So there we have, it looks like a boy there, and we have a girl there. So, great if your daughter is a son or a daughter. So, sorry, your father has a son or a daughter. So that's actually quite good, having those two options there. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I am going to just see if there's any comments here. We can't see the same screen. Yep, cool. I'm going to actually share again, and then I'm going to go over to Canva. And I'm going to see if we can actually remove the background without sort of getting rid of the sun and stuff like that. Hopefully we can do that. Okay, I'm going to go to this one here. We don't want to be in that one there. I can print this one. All right. So I'm going to create a design. I'm just going to do a custom size here. What I do know about this image that I've actually just done, by the way, is that it's not a, I'll just check to see if this can actually take this image, but these images that get actually created in chat, they're not a JPEG or they're not a PNG. What they are is an HTML or WebP image. So in some cases you can't put them anywhere, but this one, it seems to be that Canva has done it, so which is cool. It says PNG, but it's not. But yeah, anyway. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the image, and then I'm just going to go into edit image, and I'm going to see how good sort of a background remover this can be. So let's just remove the background and see what happens. All right, now I'm going to make the square itself black so we can actually see what's in. We'll make it actually another color there. Okay. You know what? I can live with that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. All right. I'm going to take the color off now, but I can live with that. I'm just going to make this bigger. So actually, I might actually just delete it. And no, I'm going to make it bigger there. All right. So you can't see the wording because the wording is white, and there's a couple of stars in there as well. So I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to download it. Now, I want to download this in a much bigger size than what I actually created it in. So I'm going to download here. I'm going to make the background transparent, even though I removed the background. When you download it, and if you don't click that, it won't make it transparent, okay? So you have to actually remove the background. Now, it says 5,000 by 5,000. I just want to go a bit bigger. All right, so I'm going to go probably around about, we'll leave it at that, 8,750. Here we go again. I've done it again. Sorry, there we go. So this is the image. All right, I'm just going to put the I'm going to put a color background on it so you guys can actually see what I've done. Hang on, let me just go here. There, I'm going to put this color there, and that's what it looks like. Okay. So I'm not going to keep the blue, by the way. I don't need to keep any color. I just need to make it transparent. So Canva did the transparency on this, which was really cool. So now what I'm going to do, like I said before, I am going to download it. Let's just get rid of the background here. I'm just going to make it white. Okay, put that in there. All right, now I'm going to download it. And as I said before, I am going to make it transparent. I'm going to put the size up a wee bit to there. And I'm just going to download. All right, cool. Let's do this. All right, so it's downloading. I'm getting pretty excited. I think it's actually not a bad design. It's a nice, simple, design for a Father's Day T-shirt, especially if you're your father's son or daughter. You could, either or. I had two images there, so I could actually upload, the two images if I want to, and then put them on like a shirt. Okay, so let's go back to ZAZZLE. Now I will make sure that I actually share my screen this time. So I'm back onto ZAZZLE, and I am going to upload that image that I just created. And if I can find it. Here we go. What happened here? Here we go. Awesome. So there's the image. It fits, in that square there, which is really cool. I don't have to worry about putting any color behind it because I want it to be transparent, because I want to have it on different colored shirts. Okay. So I don't want it. I don't want to put any color behind. Okay. So it actually says that you can download it. So like I said, this is just like Canva and all that. So really, actually, so here's the thing, all right? This looks like a Canva version that you can create your images on. So you don't actually have to go into Canva. I've only just discovered this, by the way. So you don't actually have to go into Canva. You can actually come into here, and then you can actually create your images. Now, whether or not it's got a black background removal, I'm not too sure. Well, it has got transparent there, so I'm not sure. Let's just get rid of this one here, and I'm going to bring in another image. And this is a bit of a learning curve for me. So if you didn't know this, you're going to know this now. But I'm going to bring up another image. I'm going to upload another image. And where are we going? Upload image. I'm going to get the other one with the actually, where's the girl? Okay, I'm going to get the one that I didn't remove the background from. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. Now, let's just see if I can. If I click on this, no, can't. Is there anything here that I can actually get rid of the background with? Not really. So it looks like you probably will need to use Canva. The other thing is too, as well, with Canva, you can upscale the image like you saw me do before. So I can download it, and then I can upscale it. So if it's like 1,000 by 1,000 image, I can actually upscale it and make it a lot more bigger, because that's what you're going to need for the t-shirts. All right, it needs to be bigger and a bigger size. So I can do it like 5,000. I can do it like 7,500, whatever you like. So that's the beauty about Canva. This does not replace. This does not. Okay, let me just switch over. This is what I was just saying. Over here, I can actually download it bigger if I want to. So I can make the image clearer, more high resolution, if you like. But this here, which is ZAZZLE, does not. It actually only did it with the Father's Day writing. I can just see it's made it transparent with the Father's Day writing. So it actually didn't do the background as I wanted. So yeah. So anyway, suffice to say, this is probably not the tool to use anyway to create your images. Canva would probably be the better one to upload images, manipulate them, remove backgrounds, upscale them, all that sort of thing. All right, so let's just stick with Canva. This, in some sense, could be a great tool if you just want to put a simple design up. But if you've created one in ChatGPT, and then you want to download it, and then you want to, you want to upload it to Canva, and you want to get rid of the background like we've done there, then upload it to ZAZZLE, then that's probably the best process, right? So let me just go, where, how do I get out of this? All changes saved. I don't even know how I can get out of this now. All right, so I'm just going to go back and see what happens. Here we go. Okay. So I'm going to start selling my stuff. Okay. Up here, I've just gone to my stuff. I'm going to go on to start a new design. Yep. No, that's not what I wanted either. Why is it taking me back to there? Sell. Collections. Let's go to products. Here we go. Okay. So I'm in products. I don't want invitations. Okay. Why is it giving me invitations? Right. This was a lot easier when I first did my first one. So I'm not saying user friendly at this stage. Okay, images. These are my images. And that's fine. Blah, blah, blah. Okay. All right. Look, I'm trying to find the products. Let me just see if I can get a product that I can actually sell. And then we'll go from there. Under review, home, create. See, it just takes me to the designing tool. And when I go create, I'm going to go here, view all. Then I'm going to go to t-shirts. Then, okay, here we go. All right. Choose your favorite design from our marketplace or create your own. Okay, I've got my own. I just want to get a product. That's all I want. I don't want anything else. I just want a product. Let me go into this one here. Great. Yay. Finally got one. Okay. So, oh man, that was a mission. I probably forgot my way a little bit on that one, but here we are now. This is the product that I'm after. I want to put my design on there. Okay, so I just want to go on to customize this design. And I'm back to here again, but nevertheless, I've got that transparent one in here at the moment. So I'm just going to click on that, and that will go into here. Only certain part of that is actually going to show by the looks of it. So I'm just going to move this over like this. Probably there. All right. That's what I'm going to do there. And then I'm going to go done. And voila, there we have it. We have got Father's Day, Happy Father's Day on the shirt, which is really cool. So I'm liking that. Yeah. So give me a 1 if you think it's pretty cool. I think a someone's child will buy that for their father. All right. Okay. So let's just have a look at some of these images. Here's one here. If anything, I think the ground kind of is just a different black, but that doesn't really matter because we want that to show up on the other colors because it's kind of blended in with the black shirt. But let's try it on a different color. We'll go on the blue. There you go. Another blue there. Oh, that's not bad. Here's a green. That's pretty cool. But you've got some selection of all these different colors. Awesome. Okay, Nancy says 1, Tyler says 1, and Dr. Lisa's clapping. She's clapping because, yay, you finally got it sorted, Peter. Anyway, so I'm digging some of these colors with this design on the shirt. But you see, other than the fact that I sort of fumbled around trying to actually, you know, trying to sort of get to a product that I could sell, I'm sure you won't have that problem, but you can see how simple it can be. You know, I got a design from ChatGPT, and all I did was remove the background, and I didn't even change anything. There was no errors in the AI image to fix. So that was really cool. And all I did was, you know, remove the background and uploaded it here and stuck it on a t-shirt. All right. And so we can see, like on here, here's another image of it. That's really cool. And you know what? Probably the real best part about this, and we'll just go through some of these images first. But the best part about this is they do a quick video of it. And here we go. He looks too young to be a dad, but anyway, there you go. So we've got a video of a model wearing a t-shirt with our design on it. So it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. One more time. I really tried to look for, like, I guess, like mistakes in this where the design is kind of like glitchy as he's moving around, but I couldn't really find anything. It looks really perfect. Awesome. Okay, so as you can see, here is the price of the shirt, and I think now, is that the retail price? I have an idea. It could be the retail price, or it could be the wholesale price. It could be our price. So what we're going to do, we're just going to go on here, and we're going to sell it. So we're going to put a title to the search. Again, let's use ChatGPT. I'm going to go over to ChatGPT now. I'm going to do my tab, make sure I do it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask it for a title, a description, and if I go back here, I'll just share this. I'm going to ask it for a title, a description, what else? Tags. And that's what I'm going to ask it for now, because that looks like what we need. Okay. So without having to rack your brain to figure out what to call it, or how to describe it, or what tags to put in there, use ChatGPT for this. Make life easy, make it nice and quick. And let's just go over to ChatGPT. And all I'm going to simply do is please provide a really cool title, and title, description, and tags for this design, as I will be using it for a t-shirt design. Okay, here's the typos. Anyway, let me just get rid of some of these. Chat's pretty good with actually sorting out these typos, by the way. You don't really need to do what I'm just doing now. But, you know, if you're kind of sort of like pedantic about it, then like I was, then you can do it. But I've done that simple request. Let's just click on here. Sure, here's the title and description and blah, blah, blah. Okay, here we go. Heartwarming Father's Day Sunset Silhouette T-shirt. Pretty cool. Celebrate Father's Day with this beautifully designed T-shirt featuring a heartwarming silhouette of a father and child holding hands against a stunning sunset backdrop. The elegant cursive text "Happy Birthdays, Happy Father's Day" adds a touch of sophistication to the design, while the surrounding stars and hearts symbolize the love and appreciation we have for our dads. Made from high quality, blah, 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 blah. Okay, cool. And there are some of the tags. All right. So I'm just going to go back to sharing out this page here. I'm going to leave it on that while I copy and paste things into it. Okay, so I'm just going to go back to ChatGPT. Okay, here's our title. Oops, and Mr. P. Okay, so it has a limit to how long the title can be. So I'm just going to put T. All right, and back again. It might actually have a limit of how many characters you can use in the description as well. Let's just see. Oh no, that's pretty good. I like to break things up a wee bit here. I'm going to separate that from the first paragraph. Okay, and whatever you do when you're doing this sort of stuff, and if you're going to do what I just did, or you're just going to sort of paste the whole lot in as it is, then that's great. Make sure you do that with all the other different products that you upload as well. Make everything consistent. All right. Let's just have a look over here. Change options, all options. Okay. All right. So these are all the options. Let me just leave it like that. Do not display any product images with people. Yeah, no, we don't want that. Events and occasions. Let's go into select. And we're going to go expressions and occasions. Oh, actually, we'll go expressions. Sorry, occasions. Is his Father's Day in there? Graduation, holidays? No, that's not a holiday. I don't see Father's Day. Everyday events, occasions. I would have thought it'd be under. I would have thought it would be under occasions. I can't really see Father's Day in there. Let's just go with expressions. Would it be a thank you? I think it would be. Out of all those, it would be a thank you. Right. Or thinking of you. Or make it a thinking of you. There you go. This was probably the hardest bit so far. Thinking of you, select recipient for kids, for anyone. Now we'll just go for anyone, and then we'll just go any person. I really don't know if this is necessary or not, but it may be a good idea to do it because of the fact that it could actually give help the algorithm for people to, when they're on this platform, to actually find you, if you know what I mean. Store category, new products. Yep, we'll make it new products, and then here in collections, add a new collection. So I'm just going to put. Here we go. There we go. Father's Day. Cross sell. Yeah, so you can cross sell. So we have like you have over in the States there, which is the 4th of July coming up. And so, a lot of fathers, a lot of veterans, like are dads, obviously, and there's also mothers as well. But there's a lot of veterans that are actually obviously fathers. And so you could have like the whole sort of like 4th of July veteran dad type sort of a t-shirt, which is kind of like a cross sale, right? It crosses over to 2 different types of categories, if you like. All right. So in this case, this is specifically Father's Day. So let's just similar style. We'll just leave it at that. I will do that. Actually, we'll do it that way. All right. So this is the select the store. I've only got the one store, so it's just selected it by default. This is title of the collection. I'm just going to buy four dads. Let's just put that. Apparel for dads. Okay, and then I'm just going to put like Father's Day. Oh, we'll go happy one, and we'll go Father's Day. Father's Day. We're going to do. Yeah, we'll put Father's Day. We'll put like Christmas. We'll just put Christmas as well. We can put things like Easter. All right, so we'll just leave it like that. Okay. Actually, looks like I've got to add them individually. I'm going to cut that out. Add tag. Paste. There. Add tag. Christmas, Easter, Father's Day. All right. And we're just going to go create. Okay, so here we go. Additional information, suitable audience. It's just general. Public, everyone can see it. Show, customize it. Button. Oh, okay. So what this is that what I think it is that when you go customize, people could probably put their names on it. So that's interesting. I'm just thinking. Hang on, let me just go over this, and I'm going to share this tab with you. So it says here, product customization explained. When a product is posted for sale, the creator has the option to allow buyers to customize the product or not. This parameter must be set at the time of posting and cannot be changed afterward. Leaving the product open to customization will allow customers to change the design content of the item for their own purchase. Oh, okay. We might just leave that off for now. We'll leave that off. We won't use that, so we're going to take that off. Okay, percentage 5%. Right, so the retail is $20.10. Oh, sorry, the retail price is $20.10. The royalty you make is $1. All right, so we're only making 5%. I want to boost that up. Let's make maybe 20. See what comes up here. There you go. So yeah, you got to remember this is actually a one-off design. Even with AI prompt and stuff like that, you're not going to be able to recreate that design. It's actually a one-off. It's something that no one else can actually recreate unless they actually copied it and drew it and designed it and all that sort of thing. So yeah, so we want to be able to actually make some money on this. So $4.53, even if you went down to maybe like 19%. Or even 15. Let's try 15 if you wanted to get some traction like straight away. So 22.45. I'm looking at the numbers here. 22.45. I'd like to sort of be around about the $19.99. Let's see if I can come down. No, I'm going to leave it at 15%. I'm just going to leave it at 15%. $3.20 is pretty good in this case. Now you can see the disadvantage, right? Like I mentioned before, when you do platforms like this, expect to get paid, with not a very big profit on any one product. The thing is when you're selling more and more and more of them, that's when it all adds up. Okay, and literally you're not doing anything. Keep this in mind. Literally, you're not doing anything. You're not doing anything in terms of selling it. You're not going through the whole fulfillment thing. It's going to get fulfilled itself. Everything is just going to happen like clockwork. As soon as the person buys it, the platform is going to go into action. It's going to send them the email, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. You bought this and your item will be shipped within the next, 1 to 2 days, things like that. All right. So it does all that sort of stuff for you. You don't need to do a thing. So when you think of, let's say, for instance, you sold 10 of these in one day. Okay, so 10 of these in one day, it's $30. If you sold them like that 10 every day, that's I think $3.50, something like that for a week. Now, just imagine if that scaled up to maybe selling like 20 or 50 of these a day. All right, that's the other thing. Remember, there's a huge market out there. All right, so that's what you got to look at. You got to look at that when you're doing this sort of thing. All right, and there's some important stuff here. Since this is a new product, you have 24 hours to finalize your warranty percentage. Okay, and 20th of every month, blah, blah, blah. We're going to click on that and we're going to go post it. Got some errors to fix. Yes, that's the one. Okay, cool. Let's try that again. And it's taking out the tags. Right, I'm just going to put there. All right. Hopefully that's all good. Let's put 15 in there, back in there. Cool. No, blah, blah, blah. Yep. Post it. Okay. Yep. So it says, please note that it can take up to 24 hours for your product to appear in the search results. 24 hours to appear in the search results. Wow, that's pretty cool, right? Like only 24 hours. So it's not going to take long at all before people start to see it in the search results. Okay, let's just go, okay? So this is the beauty about it. All right, congratulations, blah, blah, blah. Recently viewed items. That's one of my other items. Customize your store. So if I go here, and here is my store, I'm going to show you the public view, what people will see. I actually had to build this out. You know, we'll probably cover this next week because I haven't got time today to do it. We've gone a little bit over time today. So we'll probably cover building out the store next week. But when you go onto this, when you go onto view public store, and this is my store here, and that's kind of what it looks like. Now it's showing that I've got these designs in my store. This is a collection for dads. So this is what the public will see, all my stuff that I've got for dads. You know, and I'll probably have another collection name for this one here. So if we click onto this, then click again, and then obviously you're going to see what we saw before. All right, and then we have that cool video, which I think is it's a really good seller to have something like this to show people. Videos are really good for e-commerce, really good. All right, guys, look, that's it. Before I go, I just want to share with you our calendar for what's going on, you know, in the next week. And let me just go there now and share the calendar. All right. So there's a few things that we have regular, and which is obviously tomorrow we have Tyra's Power Hour, but today or tonight in GMT time. So, but today, GMT plus 8 time, I should say, we have Mastermind Retreat Preview. Now this will just be a preview of the our Mastermind Retreat that's coming up in November. And if you want to know more about it, then go on, click onto this link and sign up. I think it will be the webinar. Okay, so it's a replay of a live that we did prior. And if you click on there and you register for a time slot, you can actually watch the webinar, the replay of the webinar, and get an idea, or get a good idea about what these mastermind retreats are about. I've been on 2 of them. The next one is in November. We're going to Japan. I will be there, and it's going to be a wonderful experience. I've never been to Japan at all. Last year I went to Malaysia twice. Went to Langkawi Island in Malaysia. It was like a resort island. We were staying in a resort hotel, 5-star. It was awesome. And then that was in April last year. And in October last year, we went to Kuala Lumpur and over to Port Dickson, which is kind of like another resort hotel. It was right by the beach. In fact, we're on those cabins that are actually on the pole cabins that go into the water. So it was really cool. We had like an open floor in our bathroom. We had kind of like a wooden grate, but I mean, like, you know, probably dangerous for a small kid because they could slip right in between the different wooden poles that were sort of kind of like grates. But and fall into the water. But yeah, so you could see the ocean in the bathroom down below, and the crashing waves and everything. So it was really cool. And besides all that, the whole idea was to really sort of get to meet some of the proteges that are actually in our community, and also people who are part of our community who are not part of the protege team, or the Group Asia protege team, but they are in the community, and we get to meet them as well, which is really cool. And it makes a whole big difference when you meet somebody in person, as opposed to actually just seeing them online. And so I've met Karen before. You will all know Karen Allen. I've met her before. I've met like George, Nick Lacani, who's been doing the 5-day challenges. So on. There's quite a few people that I've met. And of course, the ones that you guys would all know: Ching Yu, Simon Leong, and Ching Yu Tan, and of course there's John Chong and JJ. I got to meet JJ for the very first time, and he is such a character. He is a lively guy, and he is just a people's person. So it was fantastic to meet those guys. It's a great experience, and it's a great way to actually develop your skills as a business owner, and even as a speaker, if that's something that you want to look at. That's sort of stuff we do as well. So even if you wanted to develop those sorts of skills, this is definitely one of those things that you need to be at, to actually help you leverage your business. All right, so that's what that's going to be about. Of course, you're going to get more information about it. Ching Yu Tan will be on that webinar, on that replay, and he'll be talking to you about what's involved. All right, so that's the Breakthrough Mastermind Retreat preview. And then of course we have the GLU, which is the courses and communities. That's actually done by Nick Lacani, and that's at 10 p.m. GMT +8. It's more user friendly, more time friendly for people that live in the States as well as in the UK. Same with his 5-day challenges is on at the moment, and he's into his 3rd day at the moment. So and that is at 12 a.m. GMT +8, which would be lunchtime, I would say, over in the US. Okay, and then PT, I think it's actually 10 a.m. But anyway, that's for today. All right, it's Tuesday here at the moment. I know it's Wednesday in the States, but it's Tuesday here at the moment. And then we have, because this is all in GMT +8, so this is all in Kuala Lumpur time. Then we take tomorrow, which is Friday, it is the 4th day of the 5-day challenge, of course, with Nick. And then we have the Power Hour, which Tyra so wonderfully hosts. Tyra's in our chat, and they are powerful Power Hours. So, in fact, I'm there a lot of the times, and I make myself available for if you're wanting to, know how to do things with, say, GrooveCart, or even Groove Pages, or talk about the Groove.ai, just things like that. I know quite a bit about, the different applications or features, if you like, of Groove. So if you want to discuss something, a project and all that, in fact, that's how myself and Dr. Lisa sort of correlated with different things, like in terms of what she was doing. We kind of like sort of worked on, her ideas. She had some great ideas about the butterflies, the niche, and everything else. It's taking off. It's really good, just like a butterfly. It's taking off, and so yeah. So that was, and she's well and truly on her way now in terms of on her e-commerce journey. And what else we got there? We have the Collective Mastermind. So this is actually this one here is really just, yeah. So this is only for members only. So if you're not part of that, that's the group one. Then you don't have to worry about that one there. Actually, no, this is the following week. I've got my mix. That's next week anyway, so don't worry about that. Tomorrow, Saturday, is the final day of the 5-day challenge with Nick Lacani. But also after, also before that, there is a connect, communicate, and conquer. Now I don't see any link for that. Oh, here we go. So if you go here, and let me just share the. Oh my gosh, I've done it again, haven't I? Hang on, let me share my screen. There you go. This is the connect, communicate, and conquer by with JJ. This is a live one. It is a paid event. Okay, so he is a very, very dynamic speaker, and he knows his stuff when it comes to communicating with your audience, whether it be sales, whether it be speaking to a whole group of people. JJ used to be a radio announcer in Malaysia, which he finished around about 15, maybe 16 years ago, I think it was. Not quite sure, but he still gets recognized a lot. And most people that you come across go, wow, I've been listening to him since I was a kid, and they've grown up with him. And I believe he was on the morning show on Malaysia radio. So so he's a dynamic speaker and well worth the investment if you want to learn some of his techniques and how he does things and how you can do them as well. So, and I'm kind of lucky because I get to have direct communication with JJ, which is really, really cool. But this in itself is, it is something else. I actually have done one of these courses here, and they're really, really great. So, and they're helping me a lot. Let's go back to the calendar because I didn't quite share that tab, but here it is here. So here's the calendar, and I talked about the mastermind retreat preview. There it is. There. Click on the link, and it will take you there, and you can just register for one of the sessions. Okay. So watch the webinar here. All right. So guys, look, that's me. I know we've gone pretty much over time. We did actually have a lot of setbacks trying to set up a new account, and at that point, I think that's when we started using too much time up. So apologies for that. But nevertheless, this is all live. It's not recorded, as you can see. And so things like this do happen, and I don't expect them. I don't actually do a practice run before I get into this. A lot of the stuff that I do is actually just going through the first time with you, like I did with trying to sign up on a new account with ZAZZLE. And as I said, check it out. ZAZZLE is a really cool platform. Try it out yourself. It costs you nothing. There's no subscription or anything like that. Just give it a try and see how you like it. Get some traction. Get something going now. If you've got a design, don't wait till your store until your website's built and ready to go, because there's so many things that you have to do anyway. Right? So get yourself going, get some traction, get a design up, put it on a t-shirt, put it on, like an apron, whatever. I mean, it's summertime in the US at the moment, and the great thing about these platforms, they are US based. So, they're going to actually deliver, and they do deliver international as well, but you'll get fast delivery in the US, right? Because this is going to get out quickly. You've got, it's Pride Month this month. It's also Father's Day coming up. I think it's in a few days. Not absolutely sure. I think it's in a few days. And then you've also got the 4th of July. These are some, some pretty synonymous events that you want to try and sort of like take advantage of and leverage off. Okay, so that's what you should be doing. And then while that's happening, while your stuff is up online, it's selling, you can be working on your website and you can get that underway. Because the worst thing is that feeling where you're trying to build your website and you're getting anxious and it's not going quite as fast or quickly as you would like, and you just want to get your stuff out there. And what generally happens, what I've seen with people, is that they get put off, and then it goes by the wayside and they don't bother actually finishing off their store. Don't be one of those ones to get put off. All right. So, be persistent and be committed to what you're trying to do, and get something up there now. Get something up today. You saw how easy it was for me to actually put a design up, put a design up on a t-shirt, and then get it up on my store. That's how easy it is. And of course, it's going to take 24 hours before people can search it. So How wonderful is that? All right. Okay, guys, that's me for this week. We'll see you next week. Thanks for tuning in. Bye for now.
You gotta get into the groove.